Hey, what's up, y'all? It's DJ EC3, and we're back with episode 190 of Keep Grinding the Podcast, and I'm back with my co-host,
Tony Donez here, guys. We back in it?
D, what's up, my guy?
Not mine, just another day in paradise, you know?
It is, man.
Another
Started
day
the
in
spring break
paradise.
vacation?
Yeah, I mean, for you guys, I don't work at a school. Dude.
True.
Spring break is just something that everybody else gets in my house. But no, it is cool because Melissa's off for the week. She's home. I work from home, so she's home. It's kind of cool just to have everybody around. One of the daughters got home last night.
Awesome, man. Awesome.
So she's home chilling, man. So yeah, it's we won't have them all, but we'll have a almost full house.
Yeah, it's good to have a week off, and then we're back on it next week. Basketball's back. And,
Back at it, yeah. There is no off season, man. Our off season is like a week, and that week consisted of team meetings and coaches meetings, stuff like that. But that's part of the grind, guys. That's why we're trying to excel and why we're doing big things, man. Because we work.
And a little delay in the pods, but shout out to my guy Trevor Horn for 189. Flipped the script on me on the fly. That was a great pod, I thought. Interesting.
And he got interviewed.
I know, it's so weird.
It's awesome.
No, it was good, though. It was good to just kind of... We didn't even get to tell the whole story, dude, but it was kind of... it was fun. We dived into a lot. I'm sure we'll talk next time. We'll dive into it more. And make sure you follow on Keep Grinding Podcast on the Instagram. We're going to get some more, hopefully more content up ASAP. And
I know for us, we got a lot of albums still.
Dude, we got so many albums.
Many albums. My barber was making recommendations for the podcast the other day.
What did he throw out there?
Well, there's two barbers. They're father and son. Mm-hmm. Father's like my age. Son's like, I think he's 22, 23. So he wants us to do some Drake.
Oh, of course.
He wants us to do some Young Gunna.
Gunna
and Young somebody. I don't know.
Okay. We got to eventually we'll get into the new age stuff.
Yeah. And honestly, like those are things that I haven't really given the proper time to know if I would really enjoy it or not. I know the basic sound itself isn't really for me, but when I have people who I respect musically who are like, no, man, there's some cool stuff on there, I probably need to check it out a little bit more. That's the stuff that my nephew shoots out to me. He's 22, so he shoots that stuff out to me. That's right in his wheelhouse.
It's the mumble rap has evolved in a weird way. Yes. It has evolved, and we're really excited for that. We'll check it out. Really excited for my guy Daniel Valenzuela. He's Keep Grinding sponsored boxer. Second pro fight tonight in Tijuana. My guy, good luck. We're rooting for you, and hopefully gets that. I predicted a third round KO. And let's see what happens, man. Really excited for our fighters. And
what's cool, man, is that doing the podcast, doing the Keep Grinding hustle with you, and kind of being loosely connected to these boxers now from the periphery. I've gotten back into boxing a lot more, man. Yeah. I'm watching like random shit on like a Tuesday night, dude. Like, two dudes I've never heard of before.
You have Tubi?
Yeah.
Okay, so Tubi has a HBO boxing live 24/7.
Really,
bro?
Damn,
beautiful.
Just old school fights and stuff too.
And they're all and it's not all mainstream boxing fights, but they're decent fights, dude. I got that playing in the background a lot.
That's awesome.
I was actually telling Drina before we get into our what's in the deck today. Bro, we have to go to a boxing fight.
So, it's like a bucket list, dude. Like I really want. I've never been to a live boxing match.
We're gonna work on. Actually, we can talk about our rap event too.
Yes.
So once Joel or one of the guys from the camp have something that's closer, and we have a Saturday off.
We're there.
I'll definitely take you, bro. And I want to. Man, even if it's one for La Panita or one of the girls' amateur fights.
And I'd actually love to see that. The fact that we coach girls' sports.
Yes.
I got a niece who plays, high-level basketball. Like, girls' sports are something that, I support, man. Like, it's not just, I coach there, so I have to pretend. Like, I probably watch more girls' basketball at home than I do boys' basketball at this point. It just is what it is, man. My dad was... His favorite time of the year, I love like opening day. I love March Madness. My dad's favorite was the girls' softball World Series, NCAA. He loved that shit, man. Yeah. Like he'd watch every game. He knew I just grew up with girls' sports around, man.
I love it, bro.
And there was a house full of boys.
And I think that's why I kind of gravitate towards our female boxers because man, they just to see their grind and. Dude, it's not like basketball. We know when we're going to play. Yep. We know what to expect.
That's wild, dude. That whole scheduling thing that you tell me about, that's nuts.
Like sometimes they don't know who the hell they're going up against. They're just going to, hey, we're going to be ready as we can. We'll adapt on the fly. We got 6 minutes only, and sometimes we don't fight at all.
Bro, you imagine if like we got all ready for like a playoff game and then showed up, and the other team was like, "Nah, we're not playing."
Dude, it makes me sick.
Wild, man. Like, yeah, I wouldn't even.
Like I think I told you too. I think I'm redundant, but like Canelo went through it all his life,
Yeah.
you know, and
no, it's just part of the game for them.
Estrella is going through it, and it's like man. But she's a grinder, and we got a music video dropping pretty soon. I think by the time you guys see this, it's pretty good stuff. She got her own song made, which I got to show you too at the end of this. Got a group from Mexico actually made her song for her, and we're really excited for that.
Very cool.
Some local hip hop news, I guess. Local community in the hip hop news. Blue in Exile going to be dropping by. Jerry's Pizza. Shout out to my guy Rob and Nick.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's gonna be nice to see some underground hip hop. Didn't realize how in between albums they were chopping.
Right.
It's been years.
It's been a while, man. And if you don't know Blue in Exile, guys, Below the Heavens is one of those albums. Like in my house, like it's seminal. Like it's a probably top 5 all time in my house. Like the time it came out. First of all, the music is beautiful. Exile is an underground producer that is just so slept on. Blue at the time, man, was just coming off. He was hungry, and all of it just came together to make this beautiful music, man. So to be part of that is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool. We got, I was talking to Rob yesterday. Like, stop by the hill, and I was telling, bro, whatever you need from me and D, we'll be out there to shoot us those tickets, and we'll shoot whatever we gotta
hustle,
shoot,
man. You need me to stand outside of Jerry's Pizza handing out flyers. I'll do that, man. You want me to serve pizza? I can do that too. You want me to get behind the bar? I'll help out. Whatever you guys need, man. It's cool to be a part of something that's been such a big part of your life for so long, man.
Dude, and it's when Rob asked me about it, like, bro, Below the Heavens was one of those. I remember when that dropped. I was like a sophomore. We were on that real early. I remember his face coming out the clouds. I was like, what the hell? This is just. I'm not saying their atmosphere alike, but it was like that vibe of underground hip hop.
Yeah, it was like a West Coast atmosphere.
That producer artist thing has always been something that I really like, and so we'll see what happens, bro.
Very cool stuff, man. We're excited to be part of that. Excited to just go and hear dope ass music too.
Dude,
man.
it's crazy the journey. Just things happen.
Yes.
Taking advantage of it. We're going to take advantage of the time right now because we're going back in time. I believe this is going to be 2004. Wow. D, what's in the deck today?
2004, man. We got Young Buck straight out of Cashville.
Oh, man. The debut album from Young Buck. This actually came out August 24th, 2004. Wow. And let me see. This actually went. Let me see if it shows us what. Oh, it did. Okay, so it debuted number 3 on the Billboard 200, selling 261,000 copies. Peaked at number 2 in the hip hop charts. Certified platinum by the RIAA, and that was back in 2007. So it took about 5 years to go platinum, but
still not bad, man. There's albums that take 20, 30 years to do that.
Yes, 100%. And this is the time where we're continuing this G-Unit run. And
didn't you say last week that this was dropped like 3 months after Buck?
After Banks.
After Banks.
Yeah, man.
That's wild.
That was fast.
They were on their hustle.
Yeah, for sure. Let me confirm real fast here. Banks. Where's Banks at? Well, we'll just say a couple months after Banks.
I remember you said it was like 3 months.
Yeah, it's man, what an album! And dude, I just kind of listened to it, which I've been listening to since it dropped. So man, this is like 22 years in the making. Young Buck, dude, and I wrote this in my notes. Got some notes today, and that's just sad.
You know, the cool part for me while you're looking through the notes is that like this isn't one of those albums that I'm listening to, once a month. That I'm listening to, maybe a couple years in between. Mm-hmm. But to hear, the higher level songs of this, how well they've aged, and how man. And then there was a couple sleepers that I had totally forgotten about. That I was like, damn, this might be the best song of the album. Like, it's cool to revisit that, man, and just to see, some of the shit I forgot. I listen to so much damn music; it's hard to remember and hear it all. So,
and this album too, man, it jumps out with Dre and Vidal produced track. I'm a Soldier featuring 50 Cent, which is right on the money, dude. Because again, 50 gave tracks away and guided
this whole album. I said that like a couple times to this album. I was like, oh, that was supposed to be on 50's album.
Yeah, for sure. Gutter track, I love this one. Very unique storytelling.
Yep. And
50 on it just gives it that stamp of approval. And dude, this was a nice track. I loved it.
What I loved about, and there's a lot of these tracks, I'll probably say this a few times, it was a universal sound that still had that southern bounce to it. So it let Buck do his thing. Because when he could do that bounce, that was in his wheelhouse, man. That's when he found a pocket and he wrote a beat just perfectly, you know. And 50 did a great job of giving him those beats that were going to work with his style. There's not too many songs in here where you'd be like, oh, man, it just didn't work with how he raps. You know, Buck wasn't like, he's not going to give you 5 different styles. You know, he's not going to go all wiggity, wiggity, wiggity on you real fast. Definitely. Like, he's giving you his style, and the beats got to work with him. And they did a great job on this album with that.
Buck had a unique storytelling on this one. This is an intro track, tough beat, keeps it gutter.
Yeah.
And there was some, like, he has bars on this, bro. And this is one of those, it wasn't 3 verses, but he came out with the intro and just let you know, and 50 just gave him that cosign.
Yep. And that's what that was like 50 on every album, the first couple with the first album with all these guys that are on G Unit. He's like, these are my guys. I'm co-signing these guys. He lets you know right off the bat, like, respect these dudes, because if it's coming from me, like, you need to, they're worth it. You know what I mean? So that was cool.
And it just, Buck just saying he's a figure in his hood and just really painting that picture where he came from, that whole I think Nashville, Tennessee. We think of Nashville, Tennessee. I'm sure I do. I think it was a country shit.
Yeah.
This
Randall Opry.
It's our sister town, and everybody loves going there to have a good time. But we don't hear about the section house, and then it's war with the whole liquor stores never closed. The whole hood high. When it's war, the whole hood ride. Like, we own that Bishop and Juice shit. Like, his flow is like.
You know, when you think of Tennessee and hip hop, you automatically go Memphis.
Yes.
You know, at least I do. So Nashville wasn't, it didn't have like its bigger name, bigger scene in the hip hop world. But Buck, he was proud too. Like, it's Cashville. This is where I'm from. I'm repping that. So always cool, man. And like you said, he has a unique storytelling where it's not like super detailed like a Nas, where it's like, he's painting this picture and you see like you can imagine the sunrise and all that stuff. You just imagine some hood shit, and Buck's right in the middle of it. And always fun, man. His music was fun. That's what I got out of it at the end. It was fun.
Come through riding through these dirt roads, and let me show you how putting that work goes. A fofo bulldog smart enough to fit in the boot. It's like, whatever you want to do, we're gonna do. Like, that's it. It's minimal, but it's like that's painting like that. That's that hood stuff you on it.
It's funny, like we were talking about boxing, like he's not gonna jab and set you up. He's just gonna come out swinging, and that's his style, dude. And it worked. It worked because G Unit didn't really have that at the time. Like, he was that dude, 50
he had the attitude, bro.
Yeah, like Banks was the smooth hustler, dude. 50 was the boss, dude. Like, he was Tony Soprano. He wasn't gonna be out there. He wasn't gonna be out there snuffing dudes. That's why he had Banks. Pretty dope.
And Dre Vidal, shout out to them, man. Next one, Do It Like Me. Love this one. Shaw Money XL, man.
Yes.
Shout out to Shaw Money, bro.
Right? And until we started doing this G Unit section, man, like, I didn't realize how much he was involved in so much of their albums and produced some big ass songs. And
man, I put Buck could flow on any beat. And this is supposed to be like a club banger, but it's really a street banger. And love the beat. Buck has, dude, I felt like, just listening to it the last week or so, Buck has something in these songs that make you want to listen. You can't really go, let's go next. Like, he sounds like a veteran. Like, he knew that he was ready for his moment, bro. And he didn't sound like a rookie. Rookies like, they probably could have just got, that wasn't the one. They forced that one. Everything was ready to go. Like, he knew the moment. He took advantage of it. I loved it.
I brought this up later in one of the notes here, and I'm not comparing him to this person because this person's a legend, but he had a Tupac vibe, where it wasn't necessarily what he was saying, it was how he was saying it. There was a passion behind it. There was like a grit behind it. And you can argue all day long about whether Tupac was a great rapper or not, but you can't ever say his music didn't touch you. And it reached out. You felt his passion behind it, and that's the same with Buck, man. Like to be gutter and gangster, but to still have that passion and that fire, it's fucking great.
He has a couple lines here, man. Like, even when now as the world turns, I let my blood burn. Please writing down my tags like I'm concerned. I graduated from the nickels and dimes. You need the FEDs, bitch, to come get mine. And like, he's just the way he's writing this beat, man. Just something that's gonna be a point of emphasis on this whole album is
that whole last verse. He jumps in a pocket that's just wild. Like, that was. I listened to that. There's not a ton of rewind stuff like, oh, damn, I got to hear that again. I rewound that like 3 times, that verse. I was like, damn. like 8, 10 bars, man. It's all just one rhyme pattern. Ba 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 ba, just hits them hard. It's great.
I love the booyah. That's the sound of a 40 cal AKs. Man, out of clips, hold 100 rounds. Test me, rude boy, don't want none. Like that little Snoop Dogg like.
Yep.
So you just, and then I literally love where we shoot, die, snort, white, start cracking heroin, and boom, you dun 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 dun. You can walk with, like,
Yep.
That's really, it's one of those tracks that's he's aggressive on this one, bro.
You know, we say it every week, guys. We wish we could play these songs as we're listening. I wish you could play them for you, but please, like, if you're gonna listen to our podcast, have the album queued up, be ready to go when we're talking about songs, man, because we're gonna point out like detailed things that make this shit fucking beautiful.
For sure. Second verse was, they had that pocket too, man.
Oh,
Do the math, half these things line in the rhymes. They don't even read the paperwork, just sign on the line.
Ooh.
Like,
yeah,
man. And the third verse was my favorite verse on here, bro.
That's mine too. That's the one I talked about, man.
Yeah. And he, like you said, unless I was Pac, we won't see one across my back. Gotta do my own thing. I can't copy that cat. And he just, man, I'm busting any brain. They say that I'm insane because I came in this game with cocaine in my veins.
Ooh.
When they say that I'm trained to go and turn a penny to a 20, you complain. I'd rather work with what you sent me. Ain't it strange how I went from a hoopty to a Bentley?
Damn.
I ain't changed. I'm in the hood. Want me, come and get me. I like the whole, there's some kids in Somalia with nothing to eat. Oh, my God, dude.
And it's it's a very kind of, I guess, like hackney hip hop thing. Like, oh, I made it from nothing, but it's real.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like,
how real.
Like if all of a sudden I came up on millions, guys, I'm going to probably be acting a little different. And I'm going to tell you all about it, just because it is a life-changing thing, man. And it puts you in a place where you want to tell your story, and for some people, it's, that story may have changed somebody's outlook on things. So, yeah, fucking Buck, man.
No, I love it, man. That was a standout track for sure. Next track we have is produced by Needles, which, man, I'm not surprised. Let Me In.
Let Me In.
Oh, man, I love this one too. Hey, this is a club banger, but damn, it's hard as hell.
This was the first one I listened to. I was like, oh, this was 50s, and he's like, here, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Here, the sing-along hook, the bounce, it's that staple bounce sound, but it's still got a kind of New York club vibe to it. Man, and Buck in that pocket, he was as good as anybody.
Dude,
he really was.
That voice, bro. Man, this the different sound, like you said, different from 50, different from Banks, way different from Yayo.
Yeah.
I know you're gonna let me shine to get mine. I remember that. Like, I remember back in the day. I know you're gonna let me drink with no ID.
Yes.
Yeah, like that was the joy, bro. And just holding it down for G Unit, bro. That's just like the missing piece of the puzzle. Yep. And he just had a.
And it's funny because 50 was almost setting up like chapters, dude. He had his New York thing with Banks. Then he went down south with Buck, and then we'll talk about it coming up soon. He was locking down the West Coast with Game. Mm-hmm. He had it all ready to go, man. And shit happens, but that's the business side of 50, where he's like, I'm gonna take off with the whole goddamn country.
Definitely.
I'm gonna lock the whole hip hop scene down from east to west, and fucking Buck was a big part of that, man. And it, I say it all the time when we talk about Buck. Everything I hear just makes me think, fuck, what could have been?
What could have been? No, for sure, man. This beat was banging too, man. Yeah. Like the beats on these last couple albums we talked about have been flawless. It's like perfect selection. That's why I'm like, this wasn't. He knew the moment. They all knew the moment. Like, we had to do this. There was no second chance at this shit. And
right. And it's I don't very inside baseball shit, but like whoever's A&R in these albums, dude.
Yeah.
And that's artists and repertoire. Those are the people who help decide like what order the fucking songs come in, where we're gonna release this song first, what radio stations we're gonna do our interviews with and stuff like that. Like whoever's A&R in this stuff, they knew what the hell they were doing, man. Because every rollout was perfect.
Yeah, for sure. And this the album cover on this thing too.
The album cover.
Bro. And there was a couple shots on here, man. See, I'm a cold young thug, not a hot boy. Like, he was taking shots.
Right there, shot at Cash Money.
Yeah, there's a couple shots to a lot of motherfuckers in the South. Like, he was coming for, I want my crown.
Yep.
Yeah, it was, again, this beat was kind of you could play this in the club, but this is the street song.
Well, and we talked about it when we talked about Banks. Like, Banks was never like the dude who was going to step into the middle of the beefs and shit. He was a rapper, and I want to rap, and I'll fucking kill anybody on the mic. Or Buck was the dude who was like, whatever beef you got, I'm jumping right in the middle of it, swinging. And it's just cool that those different personalities all came together and formed this. They were fucking Voltron, bro.
Dude, Buck's over here stabbing motherfuckers with butter knives at the Bible War.
Yes,
shit.
he was in it for real.
Yeah, he was really showing it. He wanted that Dre. He wanted that Dre beat real bad. 100%. Next song we got "Look at Me Now," which Mr. Porter blessed this man, dude.
Man,
this is his versatility. I felt like Buck really showed up. What my notes say, Mr. Porter blessed him. Rags to riches story. Buck proving his versatility. Love the 3 verses.
It's such a good switch up at the time too. The first 3 songs came, they were hard. They were fucking just aggressive, and then Let Me In kind of soften things up just a little bit, and then Look at Me Now just comes in, man, and it's that bounce. It's that sound that Mr. Porter gave. It's got the soulful hook. It's Buck telling his story. At the time, like growing, this was my absolute favorite song on that.
For sure.
Man, this is the one I listen to over and over. I love the beat. I'm more, I love good gangster shit. Don't get me wrong, but like, I'm more of a laid back, soulful beat. Somebody singing on the hook, something like that. Like that's more of my style of what I enjoy listening to, and this fit it perfect.
And he's he's not going to be Nas and really paint a story, but again, he's really telling his story from that dirty sour perspective. And I just love the way he's changed up the flow. He's not aggressive, but he's still getting his point across, and makes you want to just turn up the volume a little bit.
And this was the one where in my notes I started talking about how there was that similarity to Tupac, where there is, think about all the songs that slowed down pace, talking about real life shit, where Tupac but his energy, dude, just brought like a whole different level of intensity to it that wasn't even intense. It's just who he was, the passion in his voice and stuff. And the song definitely did that.
No, I loved it, bro. I think this is one of Buck's best songs on here. And
yes, sir.
3 verses of just, storytelling, just really telling his story, showing his versatility too. Next one we have here, another one of my favorite ones. Oh no, sorry about that. Welcome to the South.
Welcome to the South.
Let me see here. Red Spider produces. I was actually pretty shocked on that. Did not a New York producer really made this into a South anthem at the time. So
funny you say that word, man. My first note is every Southern album needs their anthem.
Yeah, for sure.
This is the one.
I put the South with a greater than sign, and it was good. I forgot, low-key forgot about David Banner's flow. Loved it on here. I swear on the soul of my dead cousins, I ain't man.
And he had that grasp and that growl, and there was a time, man, where every dude in the South was trying to carve out their niche. You had you had your Scarfaces and your Outcasts who already they were at a whole different level. But all these dudes who were kind of trying to make a name for themselves, they had to carve out something. Where like 8-Ball and MJG had more of like their kind of player shit. Buck's coming out with I'm the gangsta shit. Banner was like super like spiritual and like he was given his Baptized by Fire was the name of his album. He's coming out of the fire water and like he was like almost like a hardcore preacher. It was fucking beautiful music though, man. It was and then was Flip on here too?
Yeah, Flip was on there.
Flip was a pimp.
And he was holding that. He was like, I'm the king of the South at the time. He was holding it down, bro.
And they were all battling for it, but and this was never like one of those New York battles where it got grimy. It was like these dudes all, it was crazy competitive, but it was all about the rhymes and shit.
These are good features. Wasn't my favorite on the album. There were some more that I really felt like they were really good.
Damn, we are so on point, dude. Not my favorite song is what I wrote down.
Yeah, for sure.
But it had it's for a specific fan base, and he had to stick to those Southern roots.
Definitely. Next one, man, could have been The Massacre.
Man.
Bonafide Hustler. With 50 and Yayo.
Wait, did we skip Prices on My Head?
Oh, no. Is that what I did? I skipped that. I did. Yes, I did.
Okay.
Hold on. This one, sorry, Prices on My Head. This could have been on.
Yes. No.
Hungry for More.
No, we can say that a few times in this album.
For sure.
This to me was the best vocal and beat pairing on the album.
Oh yeah.
Like this one fit his voice and his style better than any song or any beat on the album, man. It was damn good. And then fucking Banks.
God damn, dude.
Jesus, that guy.
Always been my favorite collab from G Unit. Buck is on point on this one. Real quality bars. Banks killed this. One of my favorite G Unit collaborations.
I said Banks, enough said.
God, dude.
That dude he's a rapper, man.
This is one of those beats too, man. Who produced this one? Crown, Shelter Crown. Oh no, I mean,
yeah.
And this is one of my I jacked the song name on one of my albums.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah, man. Prices on my Head with Nutso and Young Cali. That was like the stomp of Bakersfield. Got me some shit. Man, but Buck really telling
guys,
us
he had features. They don't ever have features
And
like that. Guys, God, I wish you guys can go back in time with me to see the rapper Elmo.
I did not give a fuck. Sorry, man. Sorry,
Gave
Mom.
none whatsoever.
Nuts. Stupid. We still get a little
fun.
peek of that once in a while.
Yeah, it was fun shit, though. It's a fun time. It's a fun time. We've had to grow up a little bit.
Yeah, 100%. Buck really, again, floats on this, man. Just Benzino, the source, can't hold me. I've been
now we're on the Bonafide Hustler.
Yeah, no, we're on Bonafide. No, Prices on my Head.
Prices on my Head. Okay, okay. Sorry, guys.
No, it's all right.
We're doing a little...
My bad.
Little production work here.
That is the right way. Yep. Prices on my Head. Yeah, so...
on my head. Sorry about that.
I love this is that aftermath versus the source type of thing.
Yep.
I guess, I don't know if it even was a matchup, but they're handing it to these guys, bro, and... Buck's really, man. I'm not an artist. Buck's a street pharmacist, one of the smartest. They're gonna get money regardless, and want me dead. I always loved the singing hooks, bro.
Yes.
Not like the Ja Rule type of stuff, but that harmonizing, Long Kiss Goodnight type of vibe.
Right.
And I love this, bro. Love this.
And we've seen it with Drake and Kendrick, but there was a different thing about hip hop beef back then. Mm-hmm. Like it was, I don't know. It was like. You could take shots. Dudes would take shots. It didn't always go like super personal, where now dudes are suing each other and stuff. Yeah, but it was such a fun part of the game. Like you were listening for that shot because you knew somebody was going to throw it in. Just one line in a song, and everybody's like, "Oh, who's he talking about?" Like that was fun, man. Like don't get me wrong, I enjoyed Kendrick and Drake and what went on, and I think Kendrick showed that he probably don't want to mess with him.
Yeah, for sure.
But after a while, it just got it was like, all right, I'm gonna release a song, then you release a song, and we're just gonna go back and forth for like 2 weeks. And it was a little different back then. You had to wait for a song to be released, and you couldn't just throw something on streaming. So like, you had to let that shit marinate for 3-4 months before you got a response.
You have to let Flex drop the bomb on it.
Let Flex drop the bomb on it.
When Flex would drop the bomb on it, good Lord, bro.
Yeah, no, it was a fun time, man.
Banks comes with my eyes low, hydro, leaking out that Tahoe. I know G, because I'm a rifle. Nah, ho, I ain't studying nothing safe. The rap, I get your monkey ass hit today. And
damn, Banks.
Man, dude, I'm running here dirty because they're gunning from my top. I ain't ducking and dodging. I'm only running from the cops. The way he switched that again, rappers study that. He was in his pocket and he made words fit in the puzzle that. Man, this is one of his. He could have put this on fucking Hunger for More if he wanted to. He gave one of his best verses to Buck on this, and Buck's really flowing on here too, man. Got to give it to him. That beat's really nice. Love it, and one of my favorite features and collabs from G-Unit in this whole section of G-Unit albums we're talking about.
Absolutely, and it's funny with Banks. He said this. This could have been the best. His album was so damn good, and maybe the best verse from it he gave away.
Yeah, dude,
that's crazy. Yeah, man, that's crazy. But it also shows like how, as a unit, they were moving. They wanted everybody. Like we all win.
They were all giving loves to each other. I felt like
we all eat. We all win. Like my best verse can go on your album because we're all winning.
And you could tell they recorded this in the studio.
Oh yeah,
it wasn't emailed. This is the old way of doing shit.
I don't even know if they had that shit back then.
Yeah, for sure.
At least not to the level that it is now.
I'm still up in the club with the heater on Ox. Like, dude, he's...
Oh, wow.
Oh, man. I never had a role model because he was in the box. Like, God damn.
Great shit.
So up next, we do have, after Prices on my Head, we have Bonafide Hustler with 50 Cent and Yayo. Let me see here. Get back to my notes. This was produced by... I should know this. Oh, I don't. Classic and JR Diverse. Shout out to them.
Man, dude. This was one that I completely forgot about.
Oh, man.
And this song came on last night. I listened again, but like I had listened the first time a couple weeks ago. It came on again last night, and I was like, God damn, how do I not remember this? This song, I mean, with 50 on the first verse, it's probably was supposed to be on one of 50's albums. Mm-hmm. He gave it to Buck, and this shit kills it. The beat,
the hook,
the rhyme patterns. Yayo comes off on this. Yayo as a guest, man, is maybe couldn't carry a full album, but you picked the right spot as a guest on an album, and Yayo kills it. You know, the smooth. Buck holds his own because 50 has a flow in this one.
God, dude, yeah.
50 comes with it, and Buck's like, okay, come on, I'll ride with you. And fucking this song, man.
And this sample, and G-Unit at this time loved those guitar strings.
Yeah,
and
they did.
That was just a style that really fit them. And man, and 50s comes, and they say heaven's for churchgoers and hell's for the heathen. So I want to ball the fuck out while I'm breathing. Eighth after eighth. What you know about that fast flip, crack spot, smoking feet, smoking on that glass dick? Oh my God! And he's telling a story, bro. Like 50s, so man. I just feel
his
like
storytelling is definitely underrated.
Yeah, dude. Like, he's really making you. He paints the picture.
Oh yeah.
And it's just damn, you got to be special, man. We talked about this in early What's in the Decks. You have to be really special to paint it, and we could see it.
And I think part of why he doesn't get that credit is because it's such a slow, and his voice is almost like he doesn't care. Mm-hmm. And it's real like nonchalant. But what he's saying, man, is always he's painting a picture. Always he's telling a story, and he's telling it in a way, like I said, it's not like Nas. Mm-hmm. It's not like G-Rap, where these guys are like they're writing you a book. But he's saying that shit in a way that you just connect to, and man, 50 slept on. 50 is another for me. What could have been just because he had like that run, and he's like, I don't even care about the rap anymore. Yeah. I'm gonna go do movies, and I'm gonna fucking make millions and billions.
And it's like when he's one of the highest earners in hip hop, and it's still what could have been story.
Yes,
because there was a time where there was no more. There was a dry period with Dre after that. The massacre, and after that, after Curtis too, once him and Ye kind of went after that graduation versus Curtis time, like that was things kind of slowed down for all of them. These second albums, which I'm sure we'll talk about, I don't know if we're gonna go straight into them, but those second albums were a little fall off. Even for Bankster, which was that Rotten Apple.
Yeah, hate to say it, but
it was a little fall off.
Yeah. But when you make classics, it's like it's the Illmatic effect, man. When you make a classic first, it's Nas made what a lot of people consider the greatest album of all time, first time out the box. There was nowhere to go but down, unfortunately. And it took some people like myself 20 years to realize how good the second album was.
Yeah, for sure.
Like I am, it's like damn good album.
My cousin Frank asked me yesterday. He's like, "Hey man, who's your favorite MC right now?" I'm like, "To be honest with you, bro, it's always gonna be Biggie and Jay-Z. But who's keep on my list? Nas."
Yeah.
Like I never thought I would say that, but the last 6 albums are like, good Lord, like this is beautiful music.
Well, in Nas's one, like he's not necessarily a throw it on in the car and listen. Like you got to sit down and really get into Nas and feel it, and then once you're accustomed to dude, I can do Illmatic forward and backward. I've listened to it so many times. I could throw that in the car because I know it word for word. But when I'm first listening to a Nas album, dude, that's like chilling by myself, headphones on, maybe got a little something to ease my mind,
relax the mind. Yeah.
And that's when like Nas hits me
for sure. I love that. And man, I got a brand new Mac and a P89. Ye's a hustler. I stay on the grind. 9 grams of heroin, 100 grams of coke, 12 O's of mushrooms, 2 pounds of smoke, 3 gallons of dust juice, and a tank of LSD, and 1,000 pills of every kind of ecstasy. Good Lord.
I think Yayo would like to talk about drugs.
Yeah, dude, he's hustling.
I think he'd like to talk about drugs, but it works in doses like this.
When I was younger with my crew, I had them sniffing glue.
Little Elmer's.
Oh,
Shout out to Elmer's.
Never dived into that.
If we can get an Elmer's sponsorship for this one,
God, that'd be great. I need some Gorilla Tape. Can we get some of that, man? Every DJ needs some Gorilla Tape. Bonafide Hustler, man. Yeah, really great track. Love this one. This is, I remember the music video was pretty dope, too.
Yep.
Shorty Wanna Ride. Man, this is, what something I discovered about this when I was looking at the liner notes? Man, Lil Jon produced this.
No way.
Yeah, bro. I did not know Lil Jon. And that makes sense.
No shit.
This is the time when Lil Jon was that guy to go to. And
wow. That's a unique pairing.
God, I never knew.
Lil Jon and G Unit.
That's why I put Shorty Wanna Ride, produced by Lil Jon with a question mark. Wow. God, man. Banger. I remember this. I can still play this at the right time at the DJ at a wedding. I could slide this in at the end of the night, and people remember. Especially my demographic, they remember this one.
Oh yeah. You know what's funny is that at the time when it came out, it sounded almost forced to me. Like I didn't like it at the time.
For sure.
And this is one that it went the opposite way. As time went on, I liked it more and more, and I got the vibe of it. And Yeah, initially I was like, back then, guys, when putting out an actual physical album, like you had to have the radio joint, you had to have the club joint, you had to have the song for the ladies, and this was the song for the ladies. But to me at the time, it felt really forced. But I think as I've grown and kind of sat with the album a little more, it was more because like everything was so fucking grimy that this song just kind of felt out of place in the album. But as a standalone song, like you said, throwing it on at a fucking party, the song bangs.
And then you say to the window, some motherfucker. Okay, I see it now.
Right?
Didn't think about that.
All
dude.
the signs were there, man. We didn't see them.
I can't believe I didn't fucking know it until yesterday. Yeah. Like, whoa, Lil Jon produced this. But yeah, man, he's doing club shit. He's like, he's really, he's it's a braggadocious track.
Yep.
But in a young buck way, bro. And I love this one. Always loved it. Again, I can still I love the bridge. Make it bounce if you want to. Free drinking in this bitch, hey. Like this is. But then you think about this. That's exactly what Lil Jon does. He was just talking about this with my guy, the one who's kind of the guy who signed with Jay-Z, the guy from the Bay. He's
LaRussell.
Yeah, which kind of that guy needs to shut the fuck up. Yeah. Bro, you're saying some wild shit right now.
I love LaRussell. Like, I've been down with LaRussell for a long time. You remember, I was 4 or 5 years ago, I was telling you, check this kid out. The dude was just putting out a ton of music.
Yes.
And I understand the dude is trying to be, I understand, like, the concept of what he's saying. But with the social media age and people clipping shit, and they're only taking this part of it, it makes shit sound wild, man. And, I want to see the dude succeed. And I don't want it to be because I don't want it to be him to be known as just a dude who says wild shit, because he wasn't trying to say wild shit, but the way you clip it, man, and what you give them to work with, that's what they got. And so,
bro, don't like you have a unique opportunity here, and it's slipping away, and it's because all that work you put in, it's like fuck, now it's going away. We talk about this all the time as coaches, like. We could fucking build this, but it takes one fucking Jenga board and forget all about it,
Yeah, and he's been hustling for a long time, man. So for one little interview, and then to, especially like when you get to a certain level of success, fame, whatever you want to call it, like sometimes you got to pull the ego out and be like, all right, I know what I meant, but nobody else did, so I'm just gonna pull back on it a little bit.
You just gotta,
what hill do you want to die on?
Yeah, well, recheck your statement.
Yeah, we say that all the time. What hill do we want to die on?
Yep.
And if that's the one you want to die on, man, damn, I hope day and age, man, somebody else will say something stupid and everybody will forget about it. And I hope he just continues going where he's going, man, because I love his music. I love his grind, his hustle. The dude will fucking set up a stage in somebody's backyard and do a full-on show for the neighborhood for free.
I wish someone would tell him this is not a good move, my guy. Yeah. Like, there has to be someone in this camp.
Somebody did. Like, somebody told him, man, you may not want to put this out. And he was like, his producer's like, man, you may not want to do this, and he did it anyway. So, you got to listen to people who are in the game and there to give you that knowledge, man. We go through it all the time. Like, I'm trying to throw gems to you. I got people throwing gems to me. Me and my brother had a whole discussion about leadership. My older brother, for like an hour 2 days ago, and I'm pulling gems from that I'm like, damn, I'm going to use this summer league. You always got to be learning, but you always got to be willing to listen to people who, they walk so you can run type shit.
Definitely, 100%. Bang Bang, Needles. Next track on here. What did I put in my notes? Bunk was on point. Loved the talking flow he got down this one. Really a day in the life of his life.
Yep.
I enjoyed this one. I wouldn't call it a filler track, but it was a break.
Yeah.
In a weird way.
I thought it was the biggest attempt at something different on the album. They were trying something different with the beat. They were trying something different outside the box with his flow. He didn't sound completely comfortable with it, but I at least admire, like, we're going to try something. We're going to throw it out there. I have a hard time with rappers who don't want to grow. I have a hard time with with a dude who's been putting out, and there are always exceptions to these things, guys. Like, Too Short's been putting out the same album for 30 years.
It's a formula.
It's the formula, and it works for him. But even still, like, the songs I like from Too Short, like The Ghetto and In the Trunk, and those type of, everybody knows him for what's my favorite word and club shit. I like other shit that's more pimp shit, getting it, that type of Too Short. So there is growth. and change. But there's some rappers out there who, you listen to their fifth album, you listen to their first album, you don't know the difference.
Definitely.
So I admire the fact that he was willing to take a chance and throw himself out there.
I like the sample.
Yep.
And just a day in the life is really just, you know, it's kind of what every rapper does at this time too. If I die, who's gonna have my back? This is why I'm so desperate because I know my time's ticking type of thing. It's really Tupac-ish too.
Yep.
So I enjoyed it.
There's definitely hip hop staples, man. Came from nowhere. Look at me now. Who's got my back? Who can I trust? Especially in the South. There's a lot of these in Southern records. Scarface made a fucking living off of making these type of songs. So,
for sure.
Yeah, I do admire the fact that he tried something different and it didn't flop completely. And I think if he had stuck with making a few more songs like this, I think eventually it's something that he really could have excelled at. Yeah,
for sure. Next song, man. This is kind of shout out to Sean C. He produced a couple Biggie tracks, I think.
Yeah, Sean C and LV, right?
Yeah, for sure. Sorry about that. Black Gloves. A song that I listen to, it grows on me every time I listen to it. Yep. I really love, man, it remind me of a Mobb Deep type of beat.
Yeah, it was a darker sound that worked for Buck.
Yeah.
It just, his voice and style, it could work with that kind of bounce beat, but
he was bouncing.
I didn't realize how good it was going to sound on that dark kind of more. Like you said, Mobb Deep. That's a good comparison.
Yeah,
man.
I thought it was a Mobb Deep.
It was definitely in his comfort zone, man. And I really dug this. It didn't really stand out to me, 20 years ago or whatever when I listened to it. But the last 2 weeks, man, this was one of my favorite to listen to.
Yeah, it aged real. I love like I said, just to walk through, and it's the way he you got. Again, I wish we could show you guys.
Yes.
And this is one. He's really bouncy, but he's fixed the way he's cutting these syllables too, man. Right. I really loved it, and I love the whole line. I'm raw, spelled backwards.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why I'm gonna bang. Thank you. We ain't got guns, no troops. Everything bulletproof. Like the way he's spinning is really. He's on it, and I love that. Yep. I love that flow he has. Just the way he's making the beat his own, and he's putting that Buck style on here. And
it's weird because I kept thinking the whole time, and I don't know how to describe it. Like he's spitting bars that don't. They're damn good, but it's not like that. Ooh, when you listen to like a Royce 5'9" or like a Spitter, Big L, somebody like that. But he's got a lot of those lines that are like, God damn, that's good.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So it's weird. I don't know if it's his flow, his delivery, what it is that makes it not be like that for me. But the man, he's got bars. Mm-hmm. It's crazy.
I always love Blue Steel, Blue Vest, He Dead, You Next. Like the way he really put those together. It wasn't a rush either.
Right.
No, I really my clique, my hood, my clique, your wife, my bitch. She showing that she really love you. Set him up to hit a good lick. Cops coming. I'm not running. If I do, don't cry. Like the way that he chopped this up is beautiful. I just love the Mobb Deep. I thought Havoc produced this at the time too. He was producing for some Genius stuff.
Yep.
And this was really. I'm calling out names. Ja Rule, y'all lose. I don't give a fuck where it started. Fuck me, fuck you. Wait till Yayo get home. Oh man,
they were always ready.
God, he was rapping, bro.
Always ready.
Man, Cashville from your hood to my hood. I love it.
Always rapping too. Always rapping for home.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so the next song, I know we're gonna love this. I know we got a lot to talk about with this one. We got Stomp.
Yes, sir.
It was a Dirty South classic, legendary. Yep. Did not know DJ Paul and Juicy J produced
Me
this.
either.
What the hell?
Me
Talk
either.
about that adds to it. To me, it's like, damn, that makes so much sense, bro.
And you know what's funny? Probably my least favorite song in the album.
Dude, because it's only honestly, and we're on Buck, right? We've been on Buck, we've been on Unit,
right?
But Buck and Game are afterthought because there's only one verse that probably out. This is the best verse of the whole album, in my opinion.
It's just maybe it's just by this point, maybe it's where it's in the song sequencing. Because by the time it gets to that, I'm like, okay, it's Southern Bounce. Okay, it's
very repetitive.
I've heard. I know you're from Nashville. I know, I know you'll shoot me. I know, like I get, and like I said, it's good, but maybe I said good, not great. So I think by this point in the album, it's just everything's becoming redundant. And had this song maybe been like the third song, I would have liked it a whole lot more. So, it's not. I wouldn't say anything here is bad, but it comes off more as filler to me because of maybe just where it's at.
And now that I know 3 6 produced it, now I see why it's so repetitive. Like that's what they do. Like that's
their style.
And I'm sure Buck wanted to appease their style and kind of pay ode to them too. You know,
and not just that. Like that's a Southern thing, man. That call and response over and over. You know, whoop that trick. Whoop. Yeah, you know, sure. I mean that it's in the movie because that's a real thing. You know, and so you know, definitely something that fit the vibe, fit what they were looking to do. I just think within this album, it just maybe fell a little short for me, maybe because of where it was at.
And I just did think I was kind of surprised that this is how they released the game. This is how they kind of put the red carpet on the game. It's kind of the same thing with When the Chips Are Down. That was kind of an odd song to put him on too.
Remember we talked about how it sounded like cut off, like it was like 4 bars short. Like it didn't sound like he finished his verse. Like the song just kind of ended.
Maybe they didn't know exactly what to do with him at the time.
That's true.
Yeah, they didn't really know what to do with him and just kind of see what he sounds like. And man, motherfucker, I'm a monster in this game, similar to the Loch Ness. My rhymes are nappy rooted. Some verse got a process. The truth from the booth, ain't no doubts when I'm rapping. If I say it, I've either done it or it's bound to happen. Yeah. Oh my God, Luda got the man.
No, I mean the rhymes are, like I said, it's all dope. It's just for me, I don't know, man. Maybe it was just the mood I was in when I was listening to it. You know, that happens.
I think that Luda has the best verse on this whole album, bro. I mean, I love this, but just because of the beef.
Yes.
And we get the remix. We know what the remix is going to be with T.I. coming on, and just Luda was different. This is the whole.
We've been talking about that for a minute now, like what Luda does, and you know, because he's such a big personality, I think it kind of sells his skills short a little bit. But yeah, I love Luda. I think Luda's up there. You know, if we're ever going to do a list of underrated MCs, he's definitely in there with me.
So Pippin, be easy. Quit catching feelings because you worth for a couple $100,000. I'm worth millions. No one's thinking about you. Plus, your beef ain't legit. So please stay off the TIP of my dick. Man. What a great time, man! Great time. That was talked about at the time.
Yeah, and once again, like one of those beefs that, like, on record, let's just keep going back and forth. You know. Yeah. Like there's times now that I'm older, I think about it, and I'm like, these motherfuckers were calling each other in the background, like, yeah, let's keep this shit going. We're doing something. We're doing something here. We're making money, and you know, it started off like, you know, legit, but after a while, it's like, fuck, let's keep this rolling. See how long we can milk this.
Taking hits. I'm gonna be honest with you, didn't really care for it.
There's too much going on in the song. Like there's. Dudes are rapping over each other. There's talking in the beat, and dudes rapping over people talking in the beat. There's a lot of sound going on. This was the closest thing to I'm not even gonna say close. This was a flop. This I could have done without. Yeah, I will skip this song. Yeah. It's almost like an independent mixtape song where it's just. I have this beat. I got to do something with it because I don't want to waste it. Yeah. And they just threw a bunch of shit together, and it just didn't work for me, man.
Like they just did my Stomp song. Show them some love and put them on too.
Right.
Oh no, yeah, they did. That was produced by Juicy J and DJ Paul as well. Yeah. Next song, Dre and Vidal come back after they having a great. Let's see, they did the debut track, "I'm a Soldier," and it ended with "Walk with Me" with Stat Quo. And man, we just heard this one right now, and.
The bounce back to end with this track, the beat back in the pocket, and man, another what could have been. I said,
yes, for
Stat Quo. Guys, if you don't know Stat Quo's music, man, just give it a look. Go search some of the old shit. He's got some mixtapes out there. He's got some features on some M joints and some Interscope stuff, and Stat could have been a thing, man. And I don't know the whole story or why it didn't happen, but Stat was gifted. He was a gifted rapper.
He had some songs too, bro. We could talk about Grits. And there's a couple other ones that are just. There's the one with The Future. I think it's called, man. There's one with Dre, and it was on those Detox Leaks albums, and God, it was great, bro.
Stat Quo was gonna be to Aftermath and to Dre what Buck here was to G Unit. Like he was gonna be that Southern dude that was gonna carry them through the South, man, and just for whatever reason, seems to happen a lot with Dre that something just didn't work out.
Statlanta was the shit.
Statlanta,
that was so anticipated, bro. There was a couple mixtapes that I gave you back in the day. Like I remember these Stat.
Yes.
I gotta go find them actually. Now that I'm fucking thinking about it, Stat has some dope ass mixtapes.
Yeah, and he was one of those dudes who would just jump on a mixtape no matter where you were from, no matter what level you were at. If you're brand new, I'll jump on yours. If you're established and you're trying to get back in the game, I'll jump on that. If you're Eminem, cool, I'll jump on that. Like he was all over the place, man.
What the hell?
That was dope.
Oh, Checks and Balances.
Checks and Balances.
Quo City, the Bell Out. Oh my god.
Yes, Checks and Balances. That's the one.
Oh my god, I gotta. Man, it's been a while, bro.
Yeah, I'm sure they're all on my phone still, man.
Oh my god.
It might be a Stat Quo day.
Yeah, no, there's I forgot all about these. Good lord, shout, man. We need that Piff back. What are we doing? Right. The Invisible Man.
Right.
God, dude.
These dudes are just releasing them themselves, man. They cut out the middleman.
I almost got a Stat Quo verse.
Yes, man. Guys. This dude was trying to get Stat Quo on his album.
Had him emailing me and shit, dude. That was a
Stat Quo and Glasses Malone were gonna be
on that. They're
gonna be the original Keep Grinding affiliates.
They would have been on fucking Manifest Destiny, bro. I would have figured it out.
That's great,
man. This was a good time, bro. This was
it's fun.
I love Stat.
It's a fun time of music, man.
Yeah, this was nice. I wish Stat would have got that shot.
Yeah.
And no, this is a good debut, man. Solid debut from Young Buck, Outta Cashville. What's your favorite beat on this? Your favorite song?
Favorite beat, man, is Bonafide Hustler. Like I just, I don't know how I forgot about it. Just somewhere in the old man brain it slipped. But man, when that came on the first time I listened to it a couple weeks ago, I couldn't get enough. I kept listening to that song over and over. That beat's dope.
I would have to probably agree with you, sir, because Bonafide Hustler is one of my favorite ones on there. There's 50
beat.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah. So good. So good. And favorite song, man, it will always be Look At Me Now. There's just something about that song. And like I say a lot with these older albums, like a time in my life that song just resonated with me. Mm-hmm. Still does. It comes on in a playlist, man, and my head starts bobbing, and I just feel good. So, Look At Me Now.
And I want to put Black Gloves is creeping up there with me, bro. Just thinking this list to the last couple months, it's like, man, it's grown on me so much. Black Gloves it's a hit to me. Street hit though. It would if it dropped today, I would be like, holy shit, this is nice.
Absolutely. Prices on My Head, same. Just the beat pairing with his voice and his sound and everything. That was one that I slept on, and listening to it now, I was like, damn, that was a really good song. That I didn't give the attention it deserved back then.
Yeah, my guy Banks, man, what a time, bro. What a time.
And there's a little bit of filler in this. Obviously, it's a debut album, so there's they're trying shit out. They're seeing what works, what doesn't work. But you hear the potential in this, man. You hear you hear all the tools and everything to blow the fuck up, and it just didn't happen, man. And I hate what ifs. We're big sports guys.
Yeah, sure.
There's a ton of what ifs. Oh, what could have been? Oh, what if Bo Jackson did get hurt? Like those type of things. And this is one of those in hip hop, man, where this could have been big, and it just egos get in the way, and bad business gets in the way.
Look at the date. This was released on August 24, 2004. And I kind of see why it didn't sell, because check this out. Because the next album we're going to do is the Game, the documentary. Oof. And this is August 24th, right? And I'm looking at the dates. So August 24th, they dropped this. A month later, they dropped the first single, West Side Story.
Damn.
They didn't give Buck a month to marinate in this shit, bro. Maybe that's why it didn't sell as much as it was supposed to sell.
And also, there was a time, dude, like if you look at the No Limit, and how they were releasing one a month. Every month you were getting something new, and they were running the ads for whatever they were running next month. Mm-hmm. They were running it in. So if I bought a Master P album today, there was an ad for the C Murder album that was coming out next week. Mm-hmm. And they had it lined up, and there was once a month, bam, bam, bam. And I think some people, because they had so much success off of that, there were people who were trying to follow that lead. But you're right, it didn't give some of these other albums by lesser known dudes time to build up and get that run, because it was like, all right, what's next? I mean, we deal with it now with streaming, dude. Mm-hmm. Like you get a week to be on top, unless you're a Kendrick, unless you're and it happens to me. Like, dude, I was so excited for the De La Soul album, and I've listened to it twice.
Yeah,
because there's just shit coming out constantly. Next Friday there's something brand new coming out.
Still haven't even heard the whole J. Cole album yet.
Right.
And I hate that, because I want to listen to it. And
No, there's some of those that I had to go out of my way and force myself. Like I'm gonna carve out time to listen to it because they used to be part of my favorite shit, dude. Tuesdays were like I didn't watch TV. I didn't get on computer. Like it was literally I bought albums. I went home and I fucking listened to them front to back. Read the liner notes. Did all that. That was every Tuesday, man. And I just with so much shit coming out constantly, you just don't have that anymore.
And like, bro, you gotta think. Buck dropped that August 24th, right?
Yeah.
And then October 30th, almost 2 months later, bro, they dropped How We Do, which took over the world.
Man,
like what the fuck? I didn't even think about that. Like,
wow,
that's crazy. We'll talk about that more. Like, so Buck kind of. I'm not saying you got a shitty slate, but maybe that's why we kind of forgot about it because we just went straight into this fucking How We Do, and then they started beefing.
But Banks got that same time. And Banks got the shine, and that kind of lived a little more. So it just makes you wonder what was going on behind the scenes too. That was he not in the right mindset to go out and promote it properly and get out there in front of people? And you never know with all that stuff because you look at it now and there's definitely lingering issues and shit bubbling that we didn't know about at the time because that shit blew up pretty soon after this.
And we're gonna, I guess, in the next episode we're gonna do the documentary. And bro, we might need. We might need an hour and a half because
we might have to split that one into 2 episodes or something like that.
There's fucking 18 songs here that they ran through this shit hundreds of times, make sure we had everyone right because
there's no filler in documentary.
Yeah, there was none at all, bro. There's some stuff on there that I need to listen to again because that's beautiful. But man, this is episode 190 of Keep Grinding the podcast. That was straight out of Cashville. What's in the deck? Well, my host
Tony Donez here, guys,
and we out.
Peace.